live. Welcome to the first live stream from Deep Entertainment. I'm Dennis, and I'm going to show you today about doing animations or my animation workflow for my currently in developed game, Safehouse. And welcome. Yeah, oh, welcome to the chat. Hi Straton, hi Mikkel. How are you doing today? So yeah, um, let's get started. Um, Yeah, the game's called Safehouse. Already said that, and I know the people in chat already know about that game. Some of you have even worked with it. Um, so today I'm going to show you how I animate the characters in Safehouse. Well, the first thing to say is um, I don't really like animating characters, so I'm looking for ways around doing repetitive tasks all the time. But I found quite a good workflow that I can work with, and it involves several open source programs, namely MakeHuman and Blender and all the other stuff I'm going to show you today. Welcome, Tway. Hey, hey. Yeah. Um, so, Safehouse art style is a mix of pre-rendered 3D backgrounds together with animations done in this type of sort of another world style vector animation, which I'm aiming for at least. I originally planned doing pixel art animations and pixel art backgrounds, but I just can't do pixel art, especially not pixel art animations. So I had to search for other ways to achieve something. And I've found a good way by using um, 3D 3D art programs, especially character creators that allow me to create the characters themselves and then later use Blender to animate them. So the first program in this line is called MakeHuman. I don't know if you know it. It's a 3D character creator, and I've started this already and loaded the character of Marjorie, who's our main character in the game. Um, that's her. I think I can, yeah, turn around. Um, I don't know why the dress texture is currently transparent. That shouldn't be there. But anyway, that's the character I've designed in MakeHuman, and MakeHuman basically is just a tool for creating characters based on certain valves. For example, here the modeling types, which gender or which gender radius are you aiming for, age, muscle weight, and all this stuff, and you can do the special features of characters um, in all these special tabs and valves, and finally you get a 3D character based on that values that you put there. So that's quite fine. You can then add textures to the characters. Marjorie's wearing a dress here, which should actually be well, cyan or turquoise, something like that. And you can she has some sneakers on. You can add hair. She's in this braid hair here, which actually should be black, but it isn't. I don't know. Um, and the one thing about MakeHuman is that there's a community, and the community has a lot of assets that you can use, clothing, shoes, and hairstyles, and all that. Um, the, the the bad thing about that is that the server that hosts this asset is somewhere outside my region, and I have a very low um, a very high latency downloading stuff from that server, so it's really slow. But anyway, it gets the job done. Pretty good actually. Especially if you look at other free 3D character creation software. I found that MakeHuman is the which delivers the best end results, and is the uh, it's a bit old, the UI, but it's very easy to use. Um, well, you can use commercial 3D character editors, but they go way beyond 300 or 400, 500 euros, so very expensive, especially for a free game that I'm producing right now. Um, so that's the starting point in creating the characters. And from there on, you can use the export function to export the character in make human exchange format, which is a format that also has an add-on for Blender, so you can import the files again. So I'm switching over to Blender here and opening my Marjorie file. And here we are. I don't know why her dress is a bit torn right now here. Um, and this is the walk animation. So basically, the you can import the files again from where am I? There. From MakeHuman and import them as meshes in Blender, and also have the textures, so the dress, for example, or the shoes, or the skin has the texture as it is in MakeHuman. But that was not my goal to have sort of pre-rendered 3D characters, because unless you do it good, like and in AAA studios does. Uh, Best example is Quantic Dream, for example, in the latest game that I played. You really have to really jump the hoops to really get good 3D characters. But just wanted to have this another world art style. So basically, I just removed all these textures and replaced them with just unshaded colors, brown for the skin and black for the for the hair, and blue for the dress. Starting, yes, make human basically has um, a pose and animate tab here, and you somehow can pose the characters. Now, I'm not really sure how to do that, but you can see that there's a skeleton, and it has this animations tab, but there's nothing in there. There's just a frame tab with nothing on. I believe that's something for the future that they're planning, but as far as I know, currently MakeHuman can only do the meshes and the skeletons in there. Skeleton is a good is a good thing because if you export the characters to Blender, you also get yeah, you also get the skeletons in them. Let me enable that. And with these skeletons, you can animate the whole body. Let me show you this. Going into pose mode, and then you can move her arms or do very weird stuff. Um, so this is this MHX format has the complete mesh, the textures, and the skeletons inside. So it's a pretty good interchange format. Let's turn that off again. Okay. Um, So I imported the mesh and removed the textures, which is actually pretty easy. I didn't know that. I learned a lot with a Blender designing for Safehouse. You can actually just in the textures. Let me show this quickly. Um, if you use the nodes, I think it's shading. Yes. This is the important part. This is the material output, and you can just use an RGB color to in this surface slot, and then this color would just be shown without any shading, and that's actually the uh, the art style I'm looking for. I originally planned to use the make human characters and the animations as reference images, and then paint over these reference images like rotoscoping. But ultimately, after I set the textures the way I wanted them, I can just directly export them from Blender. I additionally, and this is why the dress is a bit torn here. I additionally used Blender's features with dynamic Blender's physics features because you can simulate cloths in Blender. So this is actually just a cloth, and see that here. I think it's a cloth simulation, which attaches to the body, and g- that makes it pretty natural the way she walks with that. I don't actually know why the dress is torn now because it looked good this morning. Anyway, what I additionally does what additionally did was I wanted to get a faster output for all of the eight views on the character, because if you have if you have characters walking around in a 2D game, you usually have four or eight views on the character, going forward, backward, to the left, to the right, and on the views in between. And so I basically just added um, cameras here. Let me just move this a bit out. I just added eight cameras around around the character, and I used a feature called stereoscopy in Blender, um, which supports multi-view. So you can actually just render all cameras simultaneously and get the picture of any character as a result. It was originally made to allow stereoscopy for these 3D lenses. We have red and blue lenses, and then you can have a 3D visualization of the character. But I well misused it to get one render. Let me just show you this. If I render this, does it render? Eh, no. Yeah. This is the stereoscopic view, but you can turn off this one, and then you can directly get the results from all cameras. And as you can see, the in the final render, the dress isn't torn anymore, so I don't know why. Um, yeah, and this is it's just one render for each frame, and I've got eight images of it, and this speeds up the process quite well. Um, Another thing I did was to use a plugin for Blender called Spritify, which can render sprite sheets from from the rendered result, and can directly render the sheets as I need them to. Let me show them. Uh, where was it? Games, Safehouse, game, characters, Marjorie, sprites, and this is what comes out there. So I basically just push one button, and the sprite, frames are rendered and the sprite sheets are generated. I then use created a Godot plugin to convert the sprite sheets into sprite frames, and then I can use these sprite frames in Escoria, which I'm using, and which Stratton and I are high at work developing version 4.0, which I plan to use in the final game. So let's see how it looks right now. I hope I have a fairly stable version. Dim, 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 dim. I just see that I don't have any music in the background. Let's just play some music. Yes. If that's too loud, I think it's too loud. Uh, just a second, you're not hearing this, I think. Now you're hearing it. And I think it's a bit too loud. Oh, I'm just hearing it myself that loud. Okay. If it's too loud and you can't hear my voice anymore, just tell me. Or maybe you don't want to hear my voice anymore. That's okay as well. Um, so, actually, it's a bit too loud for myself. That's better. Okay, Safehouse, let's start the game. Whoa, yeah, let's turn out the music in Escoria. And then let's see the bedroom. I don't know if it works. He's hopping. It does work, yeah. So this is the bedroom scene, and this is the character. She's playing the idle animation, and I can walk around. And I think the animation is pretty good. It's pretty fluent. Um, the only thing I'm not quite happy with is how she's walking, because I don't think anybody's walking like that. What's wrong with walking like a robot or something? I'm okay with the idle animation. I think that's okay. She's looking around. That's okay. But yeah, I said walking is a bit strange. So, yeah, yeah. I think we talked about it, Stratons, in some time. Um, okay. Another animation I already did was that Marjorie is walking and carrying a suitcase, and that's basically just the very first animation that is in the game after the intro sequence, where she comes into this bedroom and goes to her bed and puts the suitcase on the bed, and for this tiny fragment of animation coming into the door and going to the bed, I needed an animation, but that's basically not that of problem because here she is carrying a suitcase. Uh, let me show you the suitcase. What? Where's the suitcase? Dim 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 dim. Items, suitcase. There it is. I'm pretty happy with the suitcase, really. Also, type of another world vector art. You can actually oh, that's not right. Let me show you this. Cursor to select it, and then no, this one. You can actually open the suitcase, which would be another animation, and there you have the open suitcase. I'm pretty happy with the result here. It's this vector art, and I've modeled that in Blender, and not the biggest model uh, modeler in Blender, so I'm pretty fine with it. I win the ice skating music. Go back to the modeling. Okay. The music in the background is from my first game, The Letter, which we did for the, and it's a bit loud again. Okay, which we did for the Adventure X game jam, which is happening again in October, I think. Um, yes, yes, exactly. Yeah. I was thinking about having her walk from the door to the bed and then cut to uh, a camera view looking down on the bed and looking over her shoulder to say, and she's moving the suitcase up and opening it. This would be the final animation I'm aiming for. But she has to go there first. What I wanted to say, the game, the music you're hearing is from The Letter, and the music is by the wonderful Richard Patterson who made the music there, and I really enjoy the music. Okay, so we're back with Marjorie here, carrying a suitcase. Oh, it's not really perfect there. I need to select Blender. It's not really perfect here. She's walking some in her hands, but I think that's okay because the player only gets to see the animation like 3 seconds or something. So that's perfectly fine, I think. So let's see how it looks right now. Go to the camera, disabling stereoscopy, which there. But not in the front. Let's look at the left because it's basically the view you're seeing. Maybe turning around a bit. I don't know how the walk path will be laid out by Escaria, um, or basically a path to D and Godot. So let's see what we got here. Uh, yeah, for once the arm looks hurt. It's broken. Uh, and the second, I don't want to spoil anything about the story, but she's not in a very happy mood being in that bedroom, so nobody would walk around swinging that suitcase up and down. Hey, I'm locked for 5 days. Yay! So we have to fix that. I basically think that she should carry the suitcase pretty stiff or static in her arm and just well move as far as it needs to do. So let's check out if we can fix that. I see we have other viewers, but they don't post in the chat, but let me just say hello to them as well. Okay, so let's see. We have two things here. Um, so this is well, this hurts when you look at it. Um, so let's see. Let's fix that. I forgot to say something. How did I do the animations? Um, I have used a add-on for Blender called BVH Importer, BVH Retargeter, that's the name, and it can load BVH files and retarget them, just as the name suggests. BVH files are captures from motion capture files, and there's a huge library of motion capture files available on motion captures. What was Carnegie Mellon? It was more Carnegie Mellon University, and there's a lot of captures available. Let's see. These are all the motions that can be downloaded uh, in formats that are not BVH, but there's a conversion made in this BVH file, whatever that is. I'm just happy that there are a lot of things available here. Let me see if I have downloads there still. Let me just check out. Let me see. Because you can download all the animations and see all the BVH files and see animations for them. Ah, there it is. Now these are the files. Hmm. Let me see. Um, the list here has MPEG files them. Let's see one, which are the videotapes of the motion capture artists doing their stuff. See them here. This is what he did. What he did, and let's see. I have to stop record there to show you this. Ah, this is just an idle animation, so it's not really something fancy. Let me just check out another one. Maybe this. Oh yeah, this. These are the motion capture targets in there. So basically, you can have people walking for free and digitally achieved. And we were at the console, I think. Yes. Um, And you can load in this BVH files and retarget them on the skeleton of the character, and then the character and the skeleton moves the way the motion capture people did, and thus you have the walk cycle. Pretty easy actually. You have to search a bit for the right walk cycle, and there are very few walks animations done by women in the database. So you have to search for the right one. Um, so that was the thing I missed to tell you. Let's see that we can fix this animation. For that we have to. I think I have this animation tab here. Yeah. Go to the skeleton again. And then let's see that we can fix that. This BVH retargeter has one feature called local edits, because you can modify this specific frame of the animation, but you want to keep the delta of this bone so that it um, follows through with the rest of the animation. So let me show you. Um, let's go into post mode and see in the shape, which one? We have to first select the action, and it's walk with suitcase. There it is. Okay, this left forearm is here, and this is left forearm roll, which is also there. So these are two bones that are animated in this motion capture file and were recorded. Here's this yellow dots here. So I can use the local edit that edits. I don't know exactly how it does it, but it modifies delta animations from the bones. I don't know. So just starting it, and then you can select the bone and fix it. That looks that doesn't look healthier. um, no, it doesn't look healthier. Let's fix that one. I have changed the rotation. I can press the R key, and then I can fix the rotation. Wow, that really hurts. And then I have to store the delta for this rotation. That's the rot key here. Confirm edit. And then let's use this. Move it down. Store the rod. I think you can just select the next bone as well. This one. Rod. This one. Rod. And I want to move the hand as well, but the hand is also animated. Okay. Rotating this one as well. That looks okay, I think. I think that's okay, right, Chad? Uh, well, okay. Let's see the second frame. I have to do something about the chat is always disabling when I well, hiding um, when I switch back to Blender. So let me just fix that. Whoa, sorry. And go to Twitch. Stream Manager.
We need to get up here.
Nah,
We need to get
nah.
set before.
That's better. Okay. So that's okay. Let's go to the next frame. Oh, I'm way too. Okay. And now she moves back, and this is where she goes way too high with the suitcase. That's okay. Where should I change that? I think I have to change it right at the beginning. So there, that's too much. So let's select that one and start the local editor again. Move it back. Just that. Does it work? I was there, and then it goes up again. So I need to fix this one as well. Back this one. Oh, to take that one. This one back and storing that. This one. Confirm edit. Doesn't really change, right? I think by changing this, the delta, I just moved it back. So then we have to modify the animations directly because we want this arm to be steady, more or less, like this. So the left, this one, we're on this frame and we're removing all the other frames. What? I have to. Like this. And we're just updating the keyframe. This one as well, we want that to be static, removing all the other keyframes. Yes. And then fixing this, storing the keyframe. Yeah, that was all about it. Yeah, that's That's pretty fine. Yeah, she just moves the suitcase a bit, but not too much. I think that's okay. What about, let's see that in a different, yeah, that's a problem because as you can see, the suitcase hits the body mesh in this frame, and so the dress gets torn there because the simulation can't process it. So we have to see that the suitcase always is, and the arm itself a bit away from the body. So let's move that arm a bit out and this one a bit in. I think we have to turn the suitcase a bit as well. Which axis? This axis. This. This one. I think that's okay. I have something that this one is also animated. Okay, I have to remove the dots here. Let's do something. Uh, uh. Select some YouTube video with music, but apparently it's gone. Nice. Let me just see. It was, I think it was this. Oh, this one.
Was ich anderen Managern empfehle, ist Monday.com.
Not with. Just a second. I don't want you to hear advertisements.
Auszuprobieren. Monday.com ist eine Plattform, mit der du
This one. Okay. There we are again. This is relaxing, smooth. Okay, back to Marjorie. I think there's something else that is animated that we don't see here. Let me see, this is one I've removed all the frames for. This one as well. This one as well. Let's see this one. I did this as well. And maybe this one is animated and whoops. And no. Oh, they then hit the hip. I don't know what this is. It's not the hip bone. Yeah, this one is animated. Where is it? There. The left shoulder, yes. Removing that frames as well. And now it should stay. Still something. Oh, this one here. Which is that one? It's the spine, yes. She's moving her spine, which is a good thing, but not for the animation right now. No, she's turning her head very weird. Let's just Um, don't change that, but instead change this one to move it away. That's okay. Yes. And we can change it back there. Whoops. I think that's okay. Yeah. Please don't tag this video for nudity because the dress rips apart. It's just a 3D character. Okay, I think. Let me see that. No, the suitcase isn't touching the body mesh again. Okay. Right. So I think, let's see. Oh. Let's remove that. Oh, let's see this view. Hello. Hello. I think Blender's crashing on me right now. Yeah, it's the beach ball of death. And I forgot the key thing to take away from classic adventures. Save early, save often. I really forgot that. Let's see how good Blender's restoring functionality is. It's making the music go wrong too. Okay. I had to say recover last session. Okay. Well, if you don't succeed first, try again. But now we know what to do. So, again, remove stereoscopy, get into the left camera, and then get into post mode, select the walk with suitcase action, and then remove basically these three things. I think this one. This one was this one. This one was. There's only one keyframe. Okay. This bone, and this bone. Yes, and well, and the shoulder. I remember. So this one as well. This keyframe as well. Okay. Fixing a broken arm. Whoops, that was the one. This one's the right one. And making it static. The music was distorted, but it's back to normal again. Yes. Okay, maybe Blender hogged all the CPU. I don't know. Turning around the suitcase. Turning it down as well. And here we have the move down. This was because of the spine. Yes, I remember. So moving this a bit to the left, a bit to the front, and there we are. I think it's okay. She moves the suitcase a bit far away there, but I think that could be okay, really. Let's see. I saved. Important step. Getting back into the layout. And so let's see. I think it must be this one. No, it isn't. And I think I know why. I have to unlink the action, right? Right? Yes. Yes. Unlink the action. Yeah, I think it's okay. What do you think? I really like this cloth stimulation from the dress. This looks so realistic. I mean, it looks. If you look at this area here, she really kicks the dress up. So this is not that much realistic, but the rest of the cloth is pretty realistic, I think. Okay, really cool. Thank you. Um, yes, I think this was far better than the first one. Um, I think we have to fix the waving arm around here as well. We have to fix it in the original walk animation, so have to fix it there as well. Going back into animation stream after saving. Okay, let's see. Let's see from the right camera. Mm. Can you think how to do this? I think changing the delta values using this local edit feature, where is it? There, um, won't solve the problem. I think we have to redo the animation there. But she won't be moving the arm very far anyway. So I think that would be the best idea. Whoops. We need this bone and no, basically just this bone and these three bones. That's the one and this one and this one, the three ones there. So let's remove the key. I'm saving just for 6. Removing these keyframes and then turning her down. Oh, remember to save the rotation. This away back. And this saving rotation. This is one thing about the Blender skeleton display, which is a bit bad because you can always see the complete skeleton, and if you look it from the side, you don't know which bone you're actually working on right now. I don't know if you can change that. Any well, just improve it with this very slight movement forward and backwards of the arm holding the suitcase. Yeah, okay. Because it's shoulder movement while walking, but maybe don't bother too much. Okay, yeah, I'll try that. Let me fix the what is it? The right arm first. And let's try that out. Um, I don't know if any Blender pros are on the chat and maybe know how to hide the skeleton. I think it's just the X-ray function because you have to see the X-ray, the skeleton, or else you will be seeing the mesh here. So I don't think it can be done very much about. There can't be done anything about it. Okay, saving this one, and I have to rotate this one as well. This looks cute. I think in the one in the version I didn't save, I actually removed too much keyframes, too many keyframes. So maybe it was a good thing I didn't save. Something like that. And there it was. This looks better. And we have to move some bone. No, not that one. But maybe that one. Yes. A bit away so she doesn't touch the dress. And now, yeah. I think that's something you said about the other side as well, Stratoniad, because this looks like a robot. Nobody walks like this. It looks like Monty Python, actually. So. Let's start by. Let me see. She puts the left foot down. So I think the right arm goes back, right? Put the left. You don't. Yeah, the right arm goes back. I think. Indeed, both arms are concerned. Apparently, let's see the other arm. Yeah. Moving that back, and then. But here it should be in the middle, and then it should be in the front, like this. And it has to go back, obviously. She moves her shoulder back a bit weird. Let's see how that looks from the side. Yeah. Sorry about that. If this shoulder move wouldn't be there, that would be okay. But she's whooping her shoulders back. What she's doing there. If I'm not wrong, when your left leg goes forward, your right arm goes forward, right? Yeah, if your leg goes forward, your right arm goes forward. Yes, and I think I did that, right? No, I did it just the other way around. Okay, so the arm has to be forward right there. Thanks, Mick. Stuff you just don't you just don't know. You're doing this all the time, but you don't know. So then let's see again. Walk with suitcase. Bringing her arm forward, storing the rotation, and here. Oh no. Have to first select the correct frame. Then animating the experimental. Well, yeah. All I'm doing is experimenting, but I've learned quite a lot about especially about Blender through experimenting. And not to say through watching YouTube tutorials, there are just a lot of Blender tutorials. Um, there's so many great people out there telling you stuff about Blender. It's really fascinating. And in this frame, the arm has to go back. What did you say? Your left leg goes forward, your right one goes forward. And with the left leg is back, the right arm is back. Yes. And then it goes... let's see. It's okay. And then it has to go forward again. So like this. Yeah, that looks actually looks quite good. Let's see how it looks in the render view. Yeah, exactly. Left, we have to fix this shoulder move, but the arm is good. Thanks, guys. Hey, Summer! You just finished your stream. Welcome! And welcome to the people you brought with us, with you. Great! Yay! Thanks for coming by. We're just filling around and trying to remember how you walk. Uh, Mikael just tried out the animation in real life, so we know which arm goes forward if you move your leg forward. Um, okay, so let's continue. Like I said, what did I say? The shoulder move. Yes, the shoulder move. Marjorie does a weird shoulder move. Let's see. No, that is strange. Is that the strange thing? And there she goes. Yeah, she suddenly goes back. This is really strange. Whoa. Nobody goes like this. Everybody who just joined, please excuse that uh, uh, Marjorie's dress rips apart every now and then. It's just the class simulation of Blender. Nothing intentional. Uh, but we have to fix this weird shoulder move there. If you can see that. That's strange. No. You go some some bit. You move a bit backwards. That's okay, but not that much. Mikael, can you try again? You move your shoulder back. No, that's wrong. That's absolutely wrong. Okay, let's see. Which bone is doing that? This one. The hips. And we all know hips don't lie. Sorry, it's late for me as well. Uh, I don't know if I can do the delta edit there. It may destroy the rest of the animation, so I think about just fixing this keyframe here. Whoa, yeah, I guess that. The hip is the base bone of the complete skeleton, so if I move it, the whole skeleton moves. Um, Damn. Maybe I can just make her move. right. And I have to fix this one as well. Am I mistaken that this is the same video, the same music all the way? Nah, they just looped this music for about an hour. Oh well. If it's repeating, then I can start the letter soundtrack again. Okay. Dim, dim. This is too far. Okay, the dress, the cost simulation of the dress isn't correct there. I think we have to recalculate that. But I think this looks better. It's not that extreme anymore. Let's look how it. Just a second. Remove the nation there and see how that looks. Now it's still a bit extreme. But it maybe is just the dress. So what kind of game is Safehouse going to be? I assume an adventure game, but I don't know anything more specific yet. Yeah, it is. It's going to be an adventure game, and I don't want to spoil too much because it's not going to be a pretty long game, and if I say too much, I'm going to spoil. But yes, it's going to be an adventure game, a narrative game, and Marjorie is the main character here, and she had the she had to experience a very bad situation where she saw a man killed by a drug boss, a mob boss, and she's the key witness to the trial about this mob boss. And she goes into a safe house with two police officers who are there for safety for 5 days until the trial starts. And this is the starting part of the game, and I can say that much that the safe house might be not as safe as the title suggests. So I leave you with it. Um, I think you have to play it once it's finished. If you are so inclined and want to check out what the game actually is about and read the complete story before playing it, the game is completely open source, will be open source, and the game design the documents are online, and you can actually look at the whole story I'm currently developing. Um, but I think you'd rather not. It's more funny that way. Oh, like that. Sounds intense and interesting. Yes, I hope so. I hope so. Um, yeah, I did the story together, or the game design together with Mikhail, who's on the chat as well. He helped me a lot developing the dialogues and the puzzles, and thanks so much for that, Mikhail. Yeah, I'm pretty excited, and we'll see how much we come. Okay, so there she goes back. But maybe that's really just the dress. Let's recalculate the dress. Saving. Uh, Selecting the dress, going to the physics tab, and then removing the bakes and baking again. Carol readers love, Carol readers are less live. I absolutely signed that. I think Mikhail is working on the next game while watching the stream. Am I right? Or maybe he just took a night off. Ah, yeah, Blender goes. Yeah, and he means that literally. Well, baking physics animation is something that Blender likes to remove. Yeah. Uh, uh, the dress is gone. Please close your eyes. Hmm, where's the dress? That's the dress. Yeah, I know that Blender was quit on accept. Delete bake and bake. Why is the dress completely gone? Yeah, I know, I know. Someone will check that as nudity. It's just a brown uh, uh, it's just brown paint on the screen. Not suitable for minors. But that's actually a very American standpoint, I think. Baking frames on the disk. I'm not sure if that will actually work because I don't see a dress in the first place. And I think I should see a dress in the first place. Ah, there it is again. Marjorie's not naked anymore. Okay, what I actually wanted to try out was... Hmm. We see that that the arm is touching the dress here again, so we have to fix that. But there still is a weird shoulder movement here because she's snapping her shoulder back like this. Have to fix that. Walk with suitcase. Um, let's fix the easy part first. Hand touching the dress. Let's see where that happens. Is it there already? I think yes. Yeah. How was your game today, Summer? What did you play again today? I saw your tweet about it, but sorry, I forgot. I was so excited about my own stream, I forgot. She's she's touching the dress again. Ah, Gibbous. Yeah, right. I was streaming Gibbous Cthulhu Adventure as part of the effort to help promote Stuck in Actics ongoing Kickstarter campaign for the next game near Mage. Yeah, right. Gibbous being the first person. Yeah, I played Gibbous as well. I actually didn't like it that much. It had good parts, but the end was seemed rushed, actually. Um, but I think it had I don't know, it had a good flow in the beginning, and the art was great, but it lost some of it during the game. And I thought it had way too much pop culture references and especially adventure game references. I like references very much, but I think they were a bit much. But uh, I'm hoping that NimH will be um, well. There's a few things that people could see as issues, and yeah, I agree that parts feel rushed, particularly the ending. I enjoyed it a lot myself, but it's a perfect game. They had to rush it due to funding issues. Yeah, their first Kickstarter didn't do great. Yeah, that's always the problem, I think. Yeah. Let's hope that the current Kickstarter campaign goes better. They have some famous um, people voting for that. Francisco made a reference image of of one of the stuck in attics uh, um, people in Rosewater, right? I saw that the day after. Yeah, Livio, right? Kickstarter is doing very well, way better than yeah, great. Yes, hoping the best for them. That's why I don't like to play series before the whole season has been finished, because a lot of games that uh, are serious and start with the first episode and then try to get funded for the next just end there, and I'm left unsatisfied with the rest of the game. So I'm always wait for the whole season to finish until I play them. I try to, because some of the games are really um, look really great. And now I completely forgot what I want to do. Fix the arm. Yeah. Um, this is thumb is touching. Dim, 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 dim. Hmm, I don't know. Oh, okay. There's one. Whoa, and it goes forward. Leo and Francisco are both in the Adventure Chat Discord, which is a Discord where we organize group calls on Wednesdays to talk about game dev, games, and other things with a bunch of indie and adventure games. Dave from Watch It Eye Games, Francisco from Good Enough Stuff Games, and adventure game fans. Why didn't I have heard about that? So we all kind of know each other and promote each other's work. Uh, I'm on the Adventure Chat Discord, but I haven't heard about the group calls. I have to check that out. Do I want to be on a group call with Francisco Gonzalez and Dave? But Dave, I absolutely won't. Uh, we promote them every Wednesday, Dennis. Yeah. On which channel? I think I didn't subscribe to the channel, I think, or turn on the notifications. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. There's too many Discord servers. Then I have to absolutely join that server. Ah, okay. Came out of the Nerd Jerks. It's is it a public server or just a? Thanks, thanks a lot. That would be very interesting. Okay, back to the arm. I think I don't know if she's touching there with the pinky. It's not really popping with getting people on board through word of mouth. Yes, let's please let the word of mouth reach me. No, it's okay. I don't think it should be as publicly available because it would be it would get too big, I think. So it's okay. Hmm. Let's move that. No, maybe just turn. I don't know. I move that. This looks weird. Yeah. Okay, so that would be okay. Um, send you an invite with a thank you very much. Appreciate it. I will try to join on Wednesday. Um, yeah, we're keeping it to people who know we'd fit in devs and fans, and not nearly everyone server joins the group calls. We just talk about dev and games and the server's text channels too. Yeah, great. Awesome. Um, this is where the strange hip movement goes. Thanks a lot, Summer. It's just this one, right? Maybe if I just move this here. She still goes back. Whoop. Maybe that's okay. Let's see. I think the dress won't stay put. No, still weird. I'm gonna do some other stuff before bedtime now, being the tired, being a long day, being work, streaming and other streaming. Yeah, thank you very much for joining, Summer. Thanks for the link and have a good night. Yeah, I'll be streaming about 14 minutes still. So I want to get this fixed by the end of the stream. Let's see. What is she doing there? I don't see the frame. Why she does that? Strange. Move. It's really like she snaps back the shoulder. Is it maybe in the when the loop occurs? Yes, it's the loop. It's the loop end. So the last frame And the first frame don't don't work. I have to move the first frame a bit, or maybe the last frame a bit forward. What do I do? I drink something. Stay hydrated. Want to become famous. Thank you, but I don't want to. Report. Oh. Okay, let's see. So she moves the shoulder to the front. It's barely noticeable, but it has quite a big effect. So maybe there. Oh, it's the right shoulder, I think. The right shoulder is moving because we first had this animation. It's not visible. This animation, and now we're having this animation, so the shoulder doesn't need to move actually. Maybe if we just remove the keyframes? I don't know. No? Only these screen frames. Might work. Might work. Let's see. I don't know if it's the dress or still the bones. Can I remove this message here? Hmm. Hmm. I don't think so. Okay. Um, let's take a careful look at her shoulder. The shoulder is still moving, right? Why is the shoulder still moving? tiny keyframe. But still moving. That's strange. What about this one here? Oh no, so only has one keyframe. Heh. Rotation. It's just the rotation. This bound isn't even animated. There's no bound for it. This one is animated, of course. This isn't. And this isn't as well. It is animated, but just has one keyframe. Weird. I can see that it moves. I mean, it is connected to this one here. Ah, because the spine moves backwards, okay. And then the spine. Ah, okay. But this isn't that different. Maybe then it's really just the dress again. Let's see. I hope Blender won't crash this time and leave Marjorie undressed again. Delete bake. Save. Bake. And it crashes. Yeah. I do have the most current version of Blender today. 293.2. Let's see. Blender.org. 293.3 is the most current version. Let's see, maybe they have a bug fix there. Dim. Shouldn't take that long. Any questions from the chat so far? While I'm downloading the most current version of Blender and eating sweets. Oh, sorry. I can give you a hint that no questions so far. Yeah, thanks. I was about to say that I'm going to give you a hint that Straton and I are working hard for Scoria 4.0, which is going to be a major release for Scoria, complete rewrite, and sadly not very compatible to the previous versions. Sorry. I think, Straton, we have to do some kind of migrating guide, perhaps. I don't know how many people are there out there who still work with the old Scoria. Well, we'll see that. There's just a few things to iron out. I think we're pretty far. Um, Strutting is currently working on the event system and event flags, and I think the next thing I wanted to do is the speech thing, the voice thing, and then we have to do some well, management organization stuff, and I think we then will release a first release candidate that people can try. Yeah, I'm working on it now. I broke something. Oh no. That happens. I just broke Blender, so that's the good thing about using version control systems. You can always go back to the version where it worked. And I've said that on the EgoVenture Discord already to fellow game developers that you should get that you should know about version control systems and especially Git because it can really save your ass. So she still has her dress on, yes, and try to bake again. Also on my Windows, these notes icons want to be damn note icons. It's really strange. Mikael, do you see in EcoVenture, do you see special note icons for hotspots, for example? Let me show you. Mm, just a second. Dim, 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 dim. Come on, Godot. Yes. Like this one here. It's not good to see. This one here with this cog icon here with the hotspot. Do you see that in on your Windows machine, Michael? Yes, I do. Yeah. Yeah, we introduced them into Escoria, but somehow they vanish on some machines. Really strange. There's still this movement there. Man. But it's actually just the dress. Oh, what is moving back there? But why should the dress move without any bones moving that way? Strange. Whoop, 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 whoop. It's the way she moves back. And that pulls on the dress. Yes, I see. Starts. What? Oh, yeah. I loaded the animation for the dress object. That doesn't work. Okay, so this one. Dum, 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 dum. Let's see It's an orthographic view. Dum, 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 dum. She moves back, forward, and then she moves back and forward. There isn't so much difference between those two shots. Weird. Oops. She really moves the dress away. You see that? There seems to be some side move there. Why is the dress moving there? What are you doing, Marjorie? Hmm. Uh, the dress is not rigged, but it's simulated. Um, the dress itself has a cloth animation, cloth simulation, and the body mesh is a collision field. So something physical moves the dress to the side. She moves forward and then all of a sudden the dress moves away. Okay. Maybe rebake? Delete all bake cache of all objects in the current scene. Delete bake of this current. This just delete all bakes. Bake all dynamics and blender clashes. So this bug wasn't fixed. Yeah, like they always say, the devil is in the details. It's reproducible. After restarting Blender, everything works fine. I don't know. I should check out if there's already an open issue for that. But Blender is just a software which goes way over my head because of all the maths included there in the source code. Um, it's just really like magic to me, especially that all these features in there are free and open source. It's really an awesome project. And for Safehouse, which will be released as open source and Creative Commons, at least for the most of the parts. Um, I wanted to use only open source software. I don't think I can follow this through because I will use Reaper for sound editing. Um, and I don't know what Ellen, for example, will do the sound will use. So maybe somewhere in the process there won't going to be commercial software or closed source software. Um, but at least I try to only use that. No, the dress moves away. I will give this stream the title The Mystery of the Moving Dress. It's physics simulation, so there has to be any kind of force that moves that away. But which one? The shoulders aren't moving there. Nah. Maybe this little jump here brings the dress up and then it slides down. That could be because there's a bit of jump upwards there. Yeah, that could actually be. What bone is making that? I have to first select the bones and then select the animation. Oh, come on. There. Whoops. There. Huh? Yeah. Isn't it moving here? Isn't it? It isn't moving here. But I think it Marjorie is pushing the dress up and it just flows out of way. Then I have to find. Let's make that full screen. Find the bone that is calling that. Dim, 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 dim. She's moving away. There, I think that one. She rapidly moves to the right because of this bone here. This one. Boom, 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 boom. It's the spine too. There's the change. I think that's it. Let's see. So this one. And it stays there. And there it snaps back somehow. So we have to fix this there. Now, rotation. And we have to fix the any keyframe, I think. This one, no, this one. And this one. And this one. Yeah, that's better. That is better. Let's see how that looks. Oh goodness, I found a way to get this node axis in place. Yes, you did. What was the problem? I had to remove the path and class name statement. Save, re-edit it, save again. What the? And then it stays that way? Even after restarting? Weird. That you don't say, yeah. Okay, let's try to bake the dress again and prepare to have Blender crashed. Delete bake, bake. Ah, there it is. Physics are funny. It looks a bit like a movie, like that's the shot from those you know, those fragrance advertisement spots where they have this all this beautiful people and weird. Yeah, she gets undressed. Yeah, and she only wears the dress. Shh. No one will know in the final game. She will be perfectly dressed up and with no nudity. We don't have nudity in Safehouse. We will have violence in Safehouse. So decide what's better. And it's still there. Mm, wait a second. What if I change the properties? For example, the vertex mass. If it's heavier, then it won't be pushed up that easily. Let's turn it up to 0.7 kilograms. That could actually work. Peggy 16, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but basically, I think Safehouse will be, I don't know. The last scene is kind of a bit heavy. Yeah, maybe Peggy 16. Let's let Blender crash again. Maybe I know why Blender crashes. Maybe I have to return to frame 1 before I click on bake. Because when I start Blender again, it should be on frame 0. No, it isn't. Okay, then forget it. And Marjorie's naked again. Bake. I'm sorry, Marjorie, I know you've been through a lot. It's not fair. Let's switch to the letter soundtrack one last time before we leave. Oh, there you go. Baking is taking more time now. Is it because I've made the dress heavier? Hmm. But aside from these problems, I really like this simulated dress there because it acts very naturally. Now she's still moving backwards, and this jumps back in the first frame. Boop. Still moving to the side. What else can we change? Air viscosity. Also thickness slows falling things down. Hmm. Stiffness. How much the material resists shearing. It's broken now, but that's only because I'm not baking it. Well, it doesn't seem to move backwards. Now let's try that. This time I'm going to back to frame 0 and start baking. Okay, I fixed Scoria, prepared the rooms for the last 2 flags, will be done tomorrow aspect. Awesome, thank you. That's great. Then we have the event flags ready. Let's take a look at the Blender crashes again, obviously. And let's take a look at the Escoria project. Yeah, still really just the touch controls, mobile design, and the speech support. I will leave you now. Have a good sleep. Yeah, have a good sleep as well, Straton. Talk to you tomorrow. I will be leaving. Thank you. And she's back naked again. Um, you too. You as well. Um, I will be closing the stream in 4 minutes. Anyway, let's just see the last bake if the dress might stay. Just too much. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't really want to. It's not me. It's Blender's physics that's screwing things up. This was interesting. Thank you. Planning to do the stream next week again. See you tomorrow. Yes, straight on. See you. Uh, Planning to continue doing the streams on Mondays, so I can show you the progress on Safehouse, maybe with less nudity. Now work. Please work now. No, it's still. Okay, let's see how this works in the next stream. I think we can fix that now. I have to do some research why this freaking dress moves to the side. I think it has something to do with the shoulders. I don't know. Okay, I think it's time to close the stream. Thank you so much for being here, and it really was a great thing. I had a really great time with you. I will continue this stream next Monday. I will keep you updated on Twitter what what I'm going to do there. Maybe we get back to the to this dress. I don't know. We'll see you there. So thank you all for stopping by, and have a nice evening. Say bye bye.